Good morning, traders. So I wanted to start off this week with some tips for you guys on what to do and what to avoid after profitable trades, okay? I know a few of you guys have just experienced what it's like to kind of be on ball with your challenges and then feel like you've taken like 10 steps back. And I just want to reiterate with you guys that it's absolutely normal, it's common, and to always know that your skill set and emotions are two very, very important things that are required as a trader, and that your emotions and how you balance those are a lot more important when it comes to trading. Okay, so we're talking 80% mindset, 20% skill set. We can actually say that the mindset's a little bit higher because the mindset dictates where we are going with our trades and our journey and how we manage everything overall. Okay, so I've just put 7 tips for us guys to go through. Okay, so number 1, become aware of heightened emotions. So let's go through this together. When you have made a trade, and let's say, for example, that you have your highest profit that you've ever made was £100, $100, and you did a trade and the market went extremely well and actually hit your TP and it gave you your highest profit of $350. Okay, this jump from $100 to $350 is incredible. Okay, $100 is still amazing, $50 is still amazing, but when you have surpassed what you have previously reached before, it is an amazing feeling. Okay, we are heightened, our nervous system is up, our brain cells are now being triggered off because we're now full of endorphins, now full of all these wonderful chemicals that are making us feel amazing. But we are also heightened. Okay, we're super, super heightened. Imagine somebody that has been drinking, okay, and they've had a few too many, and their personality, increases by 3 times. Their expressions, the way that they walk, everything gets bigger. Okay, it's exactly what's happening with trading. It doesn't have to be that you've surpassed a previous profit margin. It could be anything. It could be that you've had a few trades profitable all consistently with no losses. That can also take you to this heightened emotion. It could also be that you're close enough to passing phase 1 or close enough to passing a whole challenge. It could be anything. It could be your first few trades that you've done ever. It could be your first trade that you've ever taken on your own. Whatever it is, your emotions become heightened, and you have to become aware of this. What is your body doing? How is your heart feeling? What's your mind saying? Is your mind already rushing back to the charts? And become aware and be okay with what's happening. Okay, but what you need to remember is that if you were to trade from heightened emotions, you are not trading from a realistic point of view. So let's go back on the example with being drunk and having a few drinks too many. So let's say now the person had to get back to work and they've got a meeting, they have a few emails that they have to send by a specific time, they have a deadline, okay? And this meeting requires them to have a conversation that will give the outcome of that deadline. Now, if they go in there drunk, what's going to happen to that meeting? How will their way of being how is that going to affect the meeting itself and the outcome of that deadline? Okay, same thing as we're talking here. All right, all these sectors are all a big part of play when it comes to trading, and you having that clarity on what's going on with your body will enable you to move forward in the right, healthiest way for you. Okay. So secondly, if you weren't trading, what else would you be doing? I do this a lot with my friends. Let's say, for example, there was, someone who's got like a trouble or conflict with their partner, and, they're heartbroken, they're angry, they're in the mood, all of that. They come and talk to you, they tell you everything that's happened. I always say, in order to help them calm down, I always say, what else would you be doing if this hadn't happened, if this situation hadn't happened? And they will answer with, oh, I need to go down to the shops. And I'll say, well, go and do that then. They might say, I need to make a call to my gas bill to make my gas bill. We'll go and do that then. Or I would be walking my dogs. We'll go and do that then. Whatever you would have been doing if trading wasn't there, go and do it. Because what you do is bringing your mind back to reality, back to your normal lifestyle, and it will allow you to be distracted and replace all those emotions of trading with your realistic state. Okay, so going back to do what you would have done if trading wasn't there, just go and do it. If it meant grabbing a tea, making a coffee, going down to your local butcher's, whatever it is, go and do it. So number 3, congratulate yourself on your wins. Okay, this is something that a lot of people aren't aware to do. People normally don't congratulate themselves on how good they have done something. I don't know if it's something to do with how they feel about themselves, or if it's just a habit that hasn't been embedded into us from an early age, okay? Because who congratulates us? It's usually people on the outside, but it's very important that you provide yourself with that self-love, with that self-nurturing, and give yourself credit for the amazing hard work that you produce, okay? So congratulate yourself on your wins, and there could be many ways from doing this. It could be saying it out loud to yourself, looking in the mirror and saying, well done for that amazing profit. It could be writing it down. It could be treating yourself, whether it means, as an example, you could put a little bit of money extra into your capital if you're using live trading sources with Vantage. It could be absolutely anything. Grab yourself a favorite drink, take yourself to the shops and buy yourself your favorite cake. Congratulate yourself on all your wins. Have a list of goodies or, self-nurturing ways that you can provide yourself as a list. So every time you make a great win and you feel amazing, that you allow yourself to have something from that list. And then that way, again, you're distracting yourself from that kind of heightened emotional state of wanting to go back to trade again. But now you're focused on your reality. All right. So forget about trading. This one is interesting. How do we forget about trading? It's very hard. When you're in the game, you're in the game, okay? If you're part-time, full-time, just doing it as a hobby, you are in the game and there's no stopping, okay? Trading gives you that motivation and slight addiction to keep going. But when you have made your trade, you've had a good setup, you've had a good outcome, you've made that profit, forget about it. Forget about it, okay? It's in the past now. It doesn't exist. That profit you made, that trade that you made, it's all in the past. Even if it happened 5 seconds ago, forget about it completely and carry on with your day as normal, okay? We don't need to be rushing back to the charts. What we do need to do is find a new setup, but not now. Forget about it, walk away, and continue with life as it was before that trade. This is an interesting one, okay? I've had to do this a couple of times, especially when I've had a busy day in my early months of trading, because my temptation was wild. So avoid all trading apps. How do we do that? Very, very difficult. Either you switch your phone off, throw it in the river, which I know you're not going to do, or delete your apps. Okay, delete TradingView, delete Vantage, delete MT4, delete MT5. It's fine. You can re-add them again. Just delete them. Okay, this will save you a lot of heartache and temptation and stress and exhaustion, mental exhaustion from trading. Delete all apps while you have the time. And allow your emotions to return to a neutral state. So in that time, when you're returning back to your normal reality, when you're forgetting about trading, when you're replacing your emotions with new habits, new emotions, a new thing to do throughout the day, return to a neutral state will take some time. With practice, it can be quicker, but at the start, with all those heightened emotions, what you want to do is just wait patiently for your emotions to settle, for your heart to stop beating so fast, for your mind to stop thinking so much about trading, and just allow yourself to be calm, to be measured, balanced, and then you can start going back into your trading. Okay. So as I've said before, wait patiently for the next setup, okay? There are setups every single day of a trading market, right? There is opportunities limitlessly. There are everywhere. There are absolutely everywhere, but you don't need to take all of them. But what you want to do is wait for the right moments, the right setups that work for you. Okay, there's no point in taking tiny trades in between bigger trades that you know will give you the potentials that you want, will give you the potentials more than what you've just received or similar. Yeah, so don't overload. We don't need to overload. Okay, remember, you are just an ant coming into the market, capitalizing off these little opportunities and getting out of the market. You are not the big boys. You are not the big players here. And so it's important that when you see an opportunity and it's a good one, it's good quality, you want to execute it directly and you want to get out straight away. Return back to your neutral state and then start analyzing again for new setups. Okay, so this page and the following page, they are from previous videos that I've posted. Remember that your ego is in between your emotion and action. And what you want to do with this section is you want to absolutely become aware of your ego, which I class as the heightened state of emotions. And you want to make sure that this is not in the way of your action. You want to make sure that your emotion runs thoroughly through the body, calm state, relaxed, and that you are clear, you have clarity, and you perform your action once you reach that state, okay? You want to avoid ego at all costs because ego is the one that contains the temptation, that contains the greed, the aggressiveness, the I must do this by this time, the FOMO. We don't want ego to control us, okay? Your ego is your subconscious mind performing a false perception of you. I'm saying that again. Your ego is your subconscious mind performing a false perception of you. So if we put that as an example, if you see a trade and it looks like it's going the right direction, is that your ego telling you it's going in the right direction? Or is that your reality that's telling you that you've got a great setup here, good quality, you've done your analysis and you're ready to go? Which one is it? Is it your reality or is it your ego? Okay. Your ego is made up of your habits, fears, insecurities, and any low vibrational attributes to your character that lingers deeply in the part of our minds we aren't aware of on a day-to-day. You do not want to be trading from this foundation. Absolutely not, because it's a false perception of you, but it's made up of all the habits and fears and insecurities of your past, which means the person that you would be trading with is not of your present moment, it's of your past, okay? So your ego is in control of that, and your ego is very clever because your ego knows all of this, and your ego will do its best to sabotage all your hard efforts, okay? So I will post a few contents throughout the week with all this in mind, or you can watch this again. This will always be here in the mindset section. If you have any questions, please let me know in the chat or DM me, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you.